All right, team, welcome to this explainer. Grab a seat. Today, I want you to look at me not just as your host, but as your senior HR consultant. We're going to completely recalibrate your mindset on AI and privacy in the hiring process. Because let's face it, the landscape of talent acquisition has fundamentally changed. And the recruiters who actually master this shift, well, they aren't just keeping up, they're pulling way ahead, delivering better results with literally zero friction. So let's get to work.
When you're moving fast, it's incredibly easy to forget the actual human being behind the data. But think about this. When you collect someone's resume, their email, phone number, their entire work history, and you feed that into an AI system, you are handling something precious. Seriously. Privacy isn't just some legal checkbox you tick off for the compliance team. It's a fundamental candidate right. When candidates hand over their background info, they're placing their trust in us, and that trust is the absolute bedrock of your employer brand. Break it, and you're not just harming the candidate, you're wrecking your reputation.
Okay, let's dive into this, because this is where the theory hits the harsh reality of your daily workflow. Ask yourself, what actually happens when you copy a candidate's resume and just paste it into an AI tool to generate a quick summary? I mean, it feels like a simple little workflow shortcut, right? Harmless? But the reality? You've just initiated a highly sensitive data transfer. Boom. Just like that, that data has completely left your controlled environment.
So here's our syllabus for today. First, we'll look at privacy as a fundamental right, then uncover some hidden AI privacy risks. After that, we'll tackle the danger of inferred data, unlearn some common privacy anti-patterns, and finally, wrap up with a privacy by design playbook.
All right, part one, privacy as a fundamental right. This is our very first core concept. Listen, candidates share their highly sensitive data with you under one basic, non-negotiable assumption, that you're going to protect it. They fully expect it to be used to evaluate them for a job, absolutely not to train some third-party algorithm. Understanding this right is literally the foundation of everything else we're going to talk about today.
Now, major laws like the GDPR over in Europe or the CCPA in California, they enforce a really clear set of candidate rights. We're talking about the right to know exactly what's being collected, the right to understand how it's being used, the right to access it, correct inaccurate info, delete it entirely, and the right to meaningful choices. But actually, scratch that for a second. I want you to look past the legal compliance. Respecting these rights goes way beyond just avoiding hefty fines. It's how you build essential recruiting trust. Because if we can't deliver on these basic expectations, our privacy practices need a massive immediate upgrade.
Moving on to Section 2, hidden AI privacy risks. Let's pivot to those invisible blind spots that pop up the exact second we introduce third-party AI tools into our hiring equation. Because remember, AI doesn't just read data, it consumes it.
And the core problem we're facing here? Data multiplication. Think about the old recruiting way. A resume stayed locked in a private applicant tracking system or, literally sitting in a locked filing cabinet. It was safe, contained, controlled. But the AI recruiting way? Wow, that original data multiplies like crazy. It goes straight to a vendor's servers. It gets stored in multiple places, often indefinitely, and it actually creates derivative data. Suddenly, what was just a single innocent PDF has exploded into this sprawling digital footprint that you totally no longer control.
Let's break down the operational reality of the tools you're probably using every single day, because this is exactly how you calibrate your AI judgment skills. Say you paste candidate data into a public AI, like, the free version of ChatGPT. Well, that data is stored and can be used for training. That is a massive, high-level privacy risk. Your candidate's private resume might literally train future AI models. Yikes. Now, compare that to enterprise AI or on-premises tools. There, the data is stored securely and, crucially, not used for training, making it a low to lower risk. As your coach, I am telling you flat out, you absolutely must know exactly which category your tools fall into.
Which brings us to Section 3, the danger of inferred data. This is a surprising and honestly a wildly overlooked risk that AI introduces. Because even if you think you've scrubbed a resume completely clean, the AI, it is reading between the lines.
So what is inference? Basically, it happens when an AI learns or just flat out guesses sensitive demographic information about a candidate without you ever explicitly providing it. For example, you might ask an AI tool to simply analyze a candidate's technical strengths. You didn't mention their gender, their race, their age, nothing. But behind the scenes, that AI is secretly pulling highly sensitive demographic data just from the context. You're probably wondering, how does it even do that? Well, the AI looks at names, which can often signal ethnicity or gender. It looks at the universities they attended, which might indicate specific demographics. It analyzes career history patterns, like a career break, to an algorithm that might loudly signal parenthood or caregiving responsibilities. Even job titles can skew towards certain demographics. So here is my coach's warning to you. The AI is constantly learning demographic information without your permission. And if this inferred data gets breached or misused, there is no way around it. Your organization is on the hook for a massive privacy violation.
All right, Section 4, Common Privacy Anti-Patterns. Clearly, we've got to change how we operate. Let's transition to the behaviors we need to unlearn immediately. These are the classic traps that even the most veteran recruiters stumble into when they first start playing around with AI.
So the absolutely crucial point is this. Outsourcing your tech does not outsource your responsibility. If you're out there assuming a vendor's privacy policy completely covers your own liability, you are sadly mistaken. If they have a breach, guess what? You are on the hook. And honestly, the absolute worst anti-pattern, keeping candidate data long-term just in case it might be useful someday. Hoarding data doesn't make you a better recruiter, it just exponentially increases your security risk and your storage costs. Finally, Section 5, Privacy by Design Playbook. All right, team, let's bring it all home. It's time for the actionable playbook we are going to implement privacy by design. What that means is we don't treat privacy as some annoying afterthought. No, we build it directly into our processes from step 1. Let's see how this builds across the entire recruiting lifecycle. Step 1, sourcing. Collect only what you actually need. Honestly, don't ask for a phone number if an email suffices. Step 2, application. Be totally transparent. Just tell candidates, hey, we use AI to help summarize resumes, but a human reviews all applications. Step 3, AI processing. If you're using public AI tools, you have got to anonymize the data first. Strip out those names and contact info before pasting it in. Step 4, assessments. Restrict access using role-based controls. Keep it locked down. And finally, Step 5, retention, which means setting strict deletion timelines. Listen, if you take away absolutely nothing else from this coaching session today, please remember this one concept, data minimization. This is your absolute best defense. You need to collect and store only the absolute bare minimum personal data necessary to evaluate that candidate. It's just simple logic, really. If you don't collect it and you don't keep it, it literally cannot be breached, inferred, or misused by an AI. It's that simple. And when we talk about retention timelines, 1 year is pretty much the standard limit. After you reject a candidate, delete their data within a year, or whatever is legally required in your specific jurisdiction. Indefinite storage is a massive, massive liability and a direct violation of laws like the GDPR. Candidates fully expect you to let their data go once the process is over. Respecting that expectation, that's exactly how you build a rock-solid employer brand. I want to conclude this explainer with a bit of a provocative challenge for you to take back to your desks. If a candidate walked right up to you today, right now, and asked exactly how your AI tools process, store, and infer things from their data, could you answer them completely and accurately? Think about your own systems for a minute. Evaluate your vendors. I challenge you to take just one actionable step tomorrow to secure your candidate data, because in this wild new age of AI, privacy isn't just compliance, it is the ultimate professional standard. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, keep adapting, and I'll catch you next time.